The journey from Jerusalem to Emmaus is a journey that every one of us has taken. What kind of a journey is it? It's a journey of a lost hope. It's a journey of unfulfilled promises. It's a journey that seems to be heading to oblivion. But Christ comes in as we walk along as a silent listener to every conversation along our journey. Wase wuotho wuodhni kawan bende wawuok Emmaus, wawuok Jerusalem, wadhi Emmaus. There's a lot of meaning to any journey from Jerusalem to anywhere. In the Bible here we have two outstanding stories. This is one of them. Jerusalem en ranyisi mar kamoro gi Nyasaye. Jerusalem represents, it's a city of God anyway. This is where the temple is. This is where people go to offer sacrifices. And anybody walking from Jerusalem to anywhere away from Jerusalem is like walking away from God. Gik mang'eny mosetimore. Mamiyo ng'ani wuotho kaa but Nyasaye, kama Nyasaye nitie, kodhi mabor gi Nyasaye. The other person who walked this journey was this unnamed man who was also walking from Jerusalem to Jericho. And what happened to him? He met with robbers along the way. It's a dangerous road to follow. But life pushes us. Sometimes life experiences and our human weaknesses make us to take this risky journey from Jerusalem, either to Emmaus, risky journey from Jerusalem, or to Jericho. Thanks be to God. What we saw with the story of the Good Samaritan, where Jesus himself becomes the Good Samaritan, who finds this man. We are not even told what he was going to do in Jericho, but he walked that way. We are not even told why he was leaving Jerusalem, but he walked that dangerous route. The way we saw Christ coming as the Good Samaritan to nurse his wounds and to give him another chance to live is what also we see in the story of this morning, the gospel. These people are walking from Jerusalem. They are lost hope. But what happens again? Christ comes along the way. He's always with us along the way. Owuotho kodwa kawa wuotho yo mararacha machalo gima wawuok ir Nyasaye, Jerusalem, kawadhi kamoro nono mabor kode. Another thing madwani mondo mi wapar kuom story ni mar joma wuotho koa Jerusalem dhi Emmaus ni. I want to tell you, this is a summary of the Eucharist, the liturgy of the Eucharist. Ma misa mtakatifu, gi fuondene te. You see, liso mar misa mtakatifu nigi tienge ariyo. Two major parts. We taught this through Radio Maria on Wednesday liturgy. But there are two major parts of Mass which are brought out here. But I would want to introduce the third one. The first part is the liturgy of the Word, which deals with our day-to-day experiences, good and bad. These people are talking about the recent happenings. Gik mosetimre Jerusalem and ndalo matin mosekalogi. Then, Jesus Christus biro nikech ong'eyo gik madhano kale, ochako miyogi wach Nyasaye, gik mondiki e muma about him. It's like the liturgy of the Word. Mo ojiw nyaka evanjili. That is the first part. Bang' winjo wach Nyasaye, what follows? The table of the Eucharist. Gidhi gibete mesa, gichiemo. That is now Eucharistia, the liturgy of the Eucharist. Bang' chiemo, it is a mission. After eating the bread, they get the strength. Liso mar misa mtakatifu bedo summarized e somo mineno mawasomo ni endi. Eyo matut, eyo makende, gi jandiko Luka. The other thing to note, Karkajo Kristo, the reality of the bread broken. You know, before we got the word, Katamaru, Eucharistian and all that, originally the way that Mass was known to be was breaking of the bread. That is how it was called. Ningo Makati. And it becomes a very special way to identify Christ. in the breaking of the bread. Every morning we do it here. Every morning we break the bread. Didn't I say before that every morning Mass is like taking us to the experience of many, many Kenyans living in industrial area in Nairobi, where they wake up in the morning, they go and sit in front of those warehouses in industrial area Nairobi, waiting to be employed. And the owner of the work comes out and assigns them different duties. Thanks be to God, we have come to a different industrial area where the owner of the work that we are going to do is to give us not just the instructions of what we are to do, but is to give us the packed lunch, which is the Eucharist. Obiro kamondo won tich, tije modo di tiyo sanegi. Won tich onyiso gima wadhi timo. To bang' kosemiwa ote mwadhi timo odiochiengni, omiwa packed lunch, oketnwa makati moro. Semiwa breakfast eri wachamo ringre ruodhwa ka. To omiwa packed lunch mwadhi ting'o mondo wanuang' godo teko. Finally, I want you to notice the strength that the Eucharist gives us. Bi nene ni jogi, gin giwegi, piny oseyuso, maginyiso Kristo, ni koro saa ng'eny ok inyal dhi mbele. Raw ka mondo wanindi kiny dhi mbele gi wuodhi kiny. Gin to, bang' mane gisenwang'o Eucharistiani, gin ne ginwang'o teko kanye, ma that very day, odiochiengno wuon ne giwuotho ka gidok Jerusalem. Dak ne gine koro ni piny oyuso, mane gitamo Kristus dhicha. That is what the Eucharist does for us. The same people